Hi Bells, it's Sara Stanford here with your BBT, and today's BBT's title is Buyer Beware. Now you ladies have heard me warn you guys about buying dresses online before, and I think sometimes you guys think, you know, maybe I'm exaggerating a little bit. So today we actually have in store an example of exactly what I am talking about. So I'm going to show you one of our dresses, a designer gown, Sophia Tolley specifically, and I'm going to show you some of the details on that, and I'm going to show you the replica that came from an online store. Alright, so if we take a look at this gown, as I said, it's a Sophia Tolley. It is more of a fit and flare gown. If you take a look, it's a sweetheart neckline. It's in a diamond white color. It has a satin underlay and then a full lace beaded overlay with this wonderful pleated and lace ruffled skirt, right? And then of course it has a long train, and it's a corseted back gown. If you take a look up further to the top of the gown, right, where all the fabulous beading is at the neckline, you'll see they're like maybe 40 or so different crystal and pearl beading. Now all the beading that this particular designer uses is all glass beading, and any designer gown that you're going to get, more than likely it's going to have glass beading on it. So all the crystals will sparkle really nicely, especially at night when the light hits it. It'll be really, really, really pretty. Then it has all this little lace detail up at the bust line and all throughout the skirt, and then you have the really flirtatious little tulle pleated skirt here. And again, as I said, it was a corseted gown. So now what I want to show you is the replica, so to speak, that we got from one of these online stores. If you take a look at this gown, just immediately, just looking at it, just looking at the shape of the gown, we see a huge problem, right? This actually looks like the curve of a woman. This, I'm not quite sure what this looks like. So if you take a closer look at it, all the fabulous beading I just showed you on the original gown, and then you take a look at this beading on this gown, this is all plastic beads. If you look, there's actually like a grayish, maybe bluish tinge to it. The wonderful design that was on the other gown over here with all the fabulous, you know, I don't know, just beading and nice, a cluster of beads. Right? If you look over on this dress, we literally have about 7. We have a big one, and then we have 6 little ones around it. Nothing like what you had there before. Then the top of this gown, instead of it being a wonderful nice lace detail like we have at the top of this gown, what we end up with is some really cheap plastic pearls, I guess. I'm not sure if they're clear or if they're pearls or what they are. Right? So if you pan down now, the other thing that stands out to me about this gown is this gown has no structure. And the majority of ladies, even if you're a smaller size, we do need some form of structure to really accentuate those positive attributes that we have, whether it's a small waist, wide hip, big butts, wide shoulder, whatever the case is. This is not going to do it at all. I mean, if you look at the Sophia Tolley gown, just on the hanger alone, it has a little bit of structure, and you can see the figure or the silhouette of a woman in this gown. This gown, you can't see that, right? The only thing I would say they got partially right was maybe the skirt in terms of the pleated ruffles. But again, just to look at, even if I am to try and, you know, fluff it out a little bit, there is very little. This has this really nice triangular shape, which is great to balance a woman's body out. This doesn't have it. This has a lot of, or not a lot, but enough tulle underneath the skirt to really, and it's really not that much to be honest with you, but to really give you that nice shape and keep that shape throughout the night. This gown, let me take a look at it. Oh, okay, well that makes sense. It has none. There's absolutely no tulle, nothing underneath here that's going to give you this nice look that it's actually going to stay. It's just going to fall flat every single time. The one last thing I'll point out about this gown, and I think I can gently take it off the rack, is the back of it, right? Now it's a corseted gown, so it has a panel, and then it has a corseted string. The panel has no structure. There's no boning, no nothing. So when you start to tie this up, what's going to happen is it's just going to kind of crinkle up on you. Right? It's not going to be smooth, and you're going to try and smooth it out, and it's just going to crinkle back up again. Why? Because it has absolutely no structure. So that really nice, excuse me, corseted back that you would get, you're not going to get. On the contrary, this particular gown, if you look at the panel itself, there is structure. There is boning across the back. 4 to be exact. 1, 2, 3, 4. So when you start to tie this gown up, this is not, it can't bend. I mean, it bends, but it's not going to stay. It can't do anything. So when you start to really tie this up, you're going to end up with that really nice, pretty X or crisscross detail, which is actually a part of the beauty of the gown. All right? So, let me put this back up there. Right. So I hope in looking at these 2 dresses, you see what I'm talking about. Just know that you will always get what you pay for, right? And if you come and this dress comes and you're gonna be unhappy, you're gonna end up spending more money. So ladies, please, brides-to-be, save yourself the trouble. If you come to Bliss, I always am willing to work on a budget, because my goal is to ensure that at the end of the day, we have a happy bride. This dress does not equal a happy bride. All right? So thank you so much for listening. I hope you guys found this very helpful. Enjoy the rest of your week, and as always, make it blissful.